So generally, virtual providers are, I mean, they are not physical providers. They are PLSQL statements. Like they don't occupy any space themselves. But generally, in BI, physical data targets like physical info providers are basis cubes and info object to like master data info object and you have data store object. Typically, these are the physical info providers. And virtual info providers, there are service info cubes, there are remote info cubes, there are multi providers and info sets. So, what are virtual info providers? Generally, they are the PL/SQL statement, and generally in BW, using physical info providers only have only satisfy the part of requirement. You have to create virtual info providers. That means using multiple physical info providers, multiple data targets in one and combining them is generally what we see and then consolidation of data is very important. So we need different sources. We need to combine different sources to make a report. So for that purpose, there is a virtual info provider. It doesn't hold any table in data itself. It is still, I mean, you can still see that it exists. I mean, there are, they physically exist, multi-provider and info sets, but they don't hold data and they don't hold, take any space. So they are PLSQL statements. And there are underlying info providers like data sources and other info providers. You can take as many info providers as you want for the multi providers to create multi providers. So we are going to discuss multi providers and info sets. Generally, the service info providers and remote cubes are, I mean, remote cubes are for real-time reporting, and for ECC data can directly, if you have a requirement to report ECC data directly, then you can use the remote cubes and service info cubes. Like if you want to build, get the data from ECC through backends or function modules, you can use service info provider. So what are multi-providers? Multi-providers basically have two functions in BW. On the one hand, they bring data together. That means they consolidate the data from different info providers. On the other hand, they form a logical layer over the selected info providers. So these are the two main functions that multi-providers have. And you can see here, you have InfoCube 1, and then, okay, you have InfoCube 2. Here you have customer, material, sale, mm, uh, value, sales. And in info product 2, you have customer, invoice number, material cost, and some tax or something. So if you bring them into context, if you add these two info providers to the multi-provider, then what will happen? These all info fields will be brought into context, and then there's one of the, because characteristics are the same similar, you have to decide which you have to make the identification of the characteristic, and you will do that in modeling of the multi-provider. So other than that, if you have unique ones, you have to do identification for every characteristic and key figures. So by using that, you have an option, either you can select them or either you can leave them without selecting. So if you have a material, if you have a material here and you don't have a material value, you have material value here and you don't have value from there, then what will happen is, if the multi-provider doesn't provide the if multi-provider doesn't provide the value, then for the customers it will be hash will be displayed, and for characteristic hash is displayed, and for key figure 0 will be displayed. I don't think you have got it, because in characteristic, when the multiplier doesn't provide the value for the characteristic, a particular characteristic for the value here, if you have 1001 customer, you have a 1000 customer, and then you don't have a value for the material here for that customer, then the hash is provided for this. I'll show you for this. For the characteristics, you have a hash value, and for the key figures, you have zero value. For example, you have for the rest, you have 50, etc. So that's the difference here. You have you have some so here you can see you have material 001. You have some 80 coming from there and 50 from there. So for this material value, if you, for example, for customer 1000, you have 1000 here in the info cube too. You don't have value, say, you don't have value for the invoice, you don't have value for the material cost, and you have some 500 tags or something. So for this data, you have consolidated this data, right? Multi-provider is a union query. It's just a union of both the cubes. When you add two cubes, it is a union of the data. So in that union, you have values for some characteristics. You don't have values for some characteristics. You have values for some key figures. You won't have some key figure values. When you bring them into context, when you bring two info providers into context in a multi-provider, you have a combination of all these fields, right? All these fields, you have a combination of that here. So this is the multi-provider. This is a multi-provider. In this multi-provider, you have for the customer 1,000, you bought them into context. So you have 001 material number. But there is the invoice number which is a characteristic. The InfoCube 2 is not passing the value for this characteristic. So for this characteristic, what happens in the multi-provider is multi-provider gives the value hash instead. In my keyboard, I don't have hash symbol here for some reason, so I'm giving hash with the symbol. So please don't be confused. And for the material value, you have 80. For material cost, you don't have the value. So for the key figures, it will be 0. Sales, we have value. Tax, we have value. So here what I want to show is when you bring two info providers or more info providers in a multi-provider into the context, you brought them into the context, and the multi-provider's main task is to consolidate the data. So what will happen is if there is a data, it will show the data. If there is no data for the characteristic, then it will give the hash symbol. If there is no data for the key figure, it will give the 0 symbol. That's the first thing you need to know. So in multi-providers, you can add all info providers, all other info providers, right from InfoCube, DSO, InfoObject, even virtual info providers like remote cubes or infosets, etc. You can add all other info providers, but not other multi-providers. So here in multi-providers, you can add all other info providers except other multi-providers. So there is a wide range of info providers that you can add to the multi-provider, and we have seen the use of multi-providers. Here we can consolidate the data. It is a union query. It adds up, consolidates the data and the fields in the multi-provider, and for if we have if the two or more info providers are passing the same characteristic, then we have to do the identification of the characteristic. Now we are going to see so that you can know the clear picture of what multi-provider, how multi-provider works. Here we are creating a multi-provider. So there is a cube ZICSD and there is the customer ID ZCSD. There is a customer ID ZCSD.